My sister is severely autistic, requiring constant attention and unable to care for herself. I have been hating her for a long time. Am I horrible? The title makes me sound horrible, but hear me out. My sister, Elsie, is severely autistic. She requires attention almost 24/7 and cannot be left alone. She is nonverbal and cannot take care of herself at all. Despite the fact that she is only 12, she is extremely destructive and violent and destroys anything she gets her hands on. I hate her. That should be wrong to say, but it doesn't feel like it. I was only 6 years old when she was born, and since then, I have never solely had my parents' attention. Even since I can remember, the world has revolved around her. I was moved out of my room into the basement at 7 because she needed to be in the room next to my parents. All of my toys as a child were destroyed by her, and my parents simply ignored me when I complained. Even when I was 14 and she destroyed a Mac my school gave me, I was in the wrong. Along with this, I'm expected to take care of her and drop everything I do for her. I can never make plans with a friend because my parents expect me to be there if they need me to take care of her. Even when I do somehow get time to myself, I am required to leave. If I do not, then I am punished. The recent example of this is when I went to see the new Spider-Man movie and was grounded because I turned my phone off in the It seems as if I am nothing more than a slave to them, and anything involving her simply overshadows me. This last week, I was chosen to give a speech at a school event. I was so excited and my parents promised to be there, but they never showed and claimed it was because of my sister. Anytime anything like this happens for me, they are too busy with her. I have held this in for so long, and it finally spilled out today while talking about colleges with my father. He joked that I should get a degree that pays well, so when they're gone I can take care of my sister. I don't know why, but this caused me to break down. I cried and screamed about how it was always about her. I am nothing more than a caretaker to that they always make it about her, and that I am expected to be her slave for the rest of my life. I have locked myself in my room since then, and my parents have not come to check on me. Am I horrible? Edit. Wow. Thank you for all the support and love that you guys have given. I never expected this post to reach the popularity it did. Thank you all. After thinking about it for these past few hours, you are right that I don't despise my sister. It's not her fault that she was born the way she is. My parents came to talk to me a while after my breakdown, but I was unable to bring myself to talk to them and only cried and asked them to leave. They have made arrangements with my grandfather for me to stay with him for the time being, and I'm getting ready to go to his house. My parents want to talk to me, but we have decided it's best I leave for now to have some space and time to collect myself. We will be sitting down and talking later this week about this. Thank you all again for the love and support for this. I'll send an update your guys' way later this week if people are interested. Relevant comments. Comment 1. NTA. These are perfectly legitimate and understandable feelings. You have done nothing to sign up for taking care of another human being. It's not like she's your kid, and that was wrong of your dad to joke about, because it sounds like he probably is really thinking along those. Be honest with your parents about how you feel. Make clear that it's insane that you're expected to be a full-time babysitter. Grounded for no phone in a theater? That's ridiculous. Comment 2. NTA kid. I hope you go to college far away from home. Later in life, make sure your parents understand that you won't be taking responsibility, so they better have care and funding in place. Comment 3. If you can, go to college far away. Time away and on your own to be, you will be good for you, because I think your dad was only half joking. At some point, you'll want to have a conversation about how they need to plan for the care of your sister in the future and make it clear that it is not you, especially if you feel the same way as you do. I'm really sorry your parents didn't handle this better, and I hope that one day your anger moves away from your sister. Comment 4. This is a parent problem, not a sister problem. I am a parent of one autistic child and one neurotypical child, and I will tell you that we would never treat our NT child like his role is to take care of his sister. If she ruins his stuff, we replace it. We have also given him some separate space with a lock so that we can prevent her getting into his stuff. Now, if he leaves it out, that's another story, but we try our best. Are there ways in which VYing his sister with a disability still might suck for him? Of course, we're a family, and what impacts one tends to impact us all. But we try to mitigate that and at least sympathize when we also make sure that he benefits in whatever ways we can, like the fact that he has never had to wait in a long line in an amusement park because of her skipping the line pass. It sounds like your parents haven't done any of this and have in fact made everything worse for you. That is not your sister's fault. She can't help who she is, And at only 12, she is still learning and growing. And you may still have a great relationship once you're both adults. Your parents, on the other hand, should have done better by you. The brunt of your anger belongs to Update. Well, since that day I made the post, I have been staying with my grandfather. The week has been honestly a huge change for me, for better and for worse, but I'll try to run it down. I started by telling my grandpa the story of why I broke down the way I did. And to be honest, he seemed horrified. No one in my family knew my parents were using me as essentially a free care VYC for my sister. My grandpa told me some things that I don't feel comfortable repeating here. But in essence, my sister is supposed to be getting care from a professional and that my parents were ignoring. Along with this, I was not supposed to be caring for her at all with her mental state, as apparently she is a danger to herself and others. With everything else I told him, along with stuff like the MOVYE incident, he was really mad and told me to not contact my parents without him there. He pretty much told me that he would be meeting with my parents beforehand and that he was going to be there when I sat down with them. It didn't end here either. The rest of the week consisted of other family checking in on me and telling me things my parents hid from me. This included the fact that my parents have been taking money from the family to fund a caretaker that doesn't exist. Suffice to say, this week has been rough, but the upside is that even through all this, my extended family have been GIVYing me more love than I have felt in a while. My grandfather spent this last week making up for the time I have lost, encouraging me to spend time with friends and do things I want to do. My aunts and uncles have also been helping me. Well, Saturday night, I sat down with my parents to talk. It went badly, to say the least. They came clean to me about everything. They told me things I will not repeat here, but they did not apologize. My parents still claim that I somehow owed my sister my time. My father even saying you were put here to be your caretaker. I won't lie and say I was composed after everything I learned. I confronted them on the fact that my sister needed a caretaker, the money my dad was taking from his sister, and a few other things. They denied it or made excuses. And in the end, we ended off in a worse place than. Today will be my last time talking to them for a while. After talking with my grandfather and uncle last night, I'm not going back. Later today, I'm going there and picking up my stuff and MOVYing in with my grandfather. When I graduate high school, I am planning on Leah VYing the state to go to school. My aunt has told me that the money she was sending my dad will instead be coming to me from now on. My parents have called me twice since Saturday. Neither of them were to apologize and only ask when I was coming home. I won't be going back to them right now. I still feel pretty uneasy about everything, but I feel like that will pass. The rest of my family is showing their support to me, and honestly, it feels great, but in the end, I lost my parents over all of this. I have learned something that I wished I saw earlier. I don't hate my sister. In fact, I love her with all my heart. I should never have projected my hate onto her. That was wrong, and someday I hope to make up for it. But for now, I need to leave, so here's my update. Thanks again for the support my original post got. I really appreciate everyone who took the time to comment or show me support. Thank you. Edit. Thank you all so much. I wish I could respond to every single one of you, but my lunch only lasts so long. I'll update tonight how the move out went, but until then, thank you all. I want to say that your support has been amazing and your kindness means more to me than anyone could ever imagine. Late edit. Wow. I never imagined my story would reach the popularity. I know it's kind of cliche, and I've said it 1,000 times, but thank you all. We just got back from MOVYing my things out of my parents' house. Everything I want to take, my grandpa and uncle helped move, and it's at my grandpa's house now. I have my birth certificate, social security card, and every other document and record I could think of. My parents were quiet the whole time I was there. Shortly after I arrived, my dad left with my sister, and my mom only hovered over us silently. It took a while, but as we left, she broke down and told me she loved me and would miss me. I hugged her and said goodbye, and that was it. Even now I sit here and think if she really meant it. After this whole week of her not saying anything, she waited till the end. I hope she meant it. Right now, though, I think I just need to look ahead. Maybe one day me and my parents can reconnect. I hope so. Thank you all for the VYC and love. It's been amazing. And I'm glad that through this experience, I at least got some positive out of this. Will I come back? I don't know. If something happens and you guys still want an update, I'll maybe come around again, but for now, I'm going to move on. For all those out there who shared their stories with me, thank you, and I hope to see you on the other side. See you, Space Cowboy. Relevant comments. Comment 1. Opie's grandfather is a saint. Comment 2. The sad thing is that he should have had to be as kind and good as he The parents were disgusting people who robbed someone of the necessary childhood experiences and felt no remorse for it. Comment 3. Yeah, I feel really bad for Opie. It broke my heart when he talked about how all his toys got wrecked and no one cared. Another angle that I'm not seeing being discussed. Opie's sister is being robbed too. If the parents were told she needs a caretaker, then she needs a caretaker. Maybe she would be able to make some improvements if she was working with a professional. I get that she's low functioning, but it's possible that she can sense the animosity OP was beginning to feel toward her, which is not his fault, which could cause her to lash out more. IDK. I have a severely autistic cousin. He is verbal and doesn't need 24/7 super VY shown, though, and he has a low VYing family who is always there. I wonder how lost he would be without that support system. OP's parents, OBVY, usly don't care about their autistic daughter. If they did, they wouldn't push her off on a teenage brother who OBVY usly isn't capable of handling that responsibility or use her to scam their family. I just hope she will be okay. What are the parents going to do with her now that their free babysitter and money are gone? Are they going to pay for a professional caretaker themselves or just neglect her? OP, if you see this is not a guilt trip, but someone in your family should keep tabs on what's going on with your. It sounds like she may be better off in an institution than with parents who OBVY usly can't or aren't willing to give her the care she needs. Comment 4. I'm glad your other family is coming through for you, OP. I strongly suggest you still get a therapist to help you unpack the years of harm your parents did to you. Also, yay grandpa. He sounds awesome. Good luck, OP. However, I would wait until you enter a college university to begin seeing a therapist. This way, 1, you will be guaranteed confidentiality as an 18-year-old. 2, you will likely be covered under a student plan that you pay for with tuition that will make therapy free. And 3, you'll have time to compose yourself when you're alone and really be able to sort out your. Comment 5. I understand your predicament, for I also come from a similar situation. My older brother, KVYN, has autism spectrum disorder, is on the low end of the scale. My parents, since I was about 7 years old, always stressed that I needed to take care of him and allow him to live with me once I was older, despite the 4-year age difference, alongside his physically and sexually abusive tendencies towards me, and only me, out of our family of 5. Now I'm 20 years old. Since I was 18, my parents have expected me to pay for items he desires, read for him, clean for him, pretty much anything you could think of, despite me being a college student with many chronic illnesses that was being abused by him since I was 11. Despite everything he has done, I do not hate him or his disability. Rather, I hate that my parents have enforced that his abusive behavior or was not morally incorrect, thus insisting to him that I was wrong and hated him for his disability. No matter how much I expressed to him that his behavior or was wrong and that I did not resent his disability, as I'm severely disabled myself, he never listened or corrected his behavior or until I began to distance myself from him at all availabilities. At 19 years old, he is my brother and he needs help, but I cannot be the one to give it to him because I deserve better than the life I was pro-VY dead by our parents. I plan on MO-VYing out very, very soon. I hope things get better for you soon and that you are able to reconcile with your sister as you desire without parental interference. Good luck, OP. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.